If you're shooting a wide shot and you have a boom microphone in it and you want the boom microphone to disappear, let's show you one way to do that. In our Sound for Video session last week, Robert M. asked a great question, which was, how can I shoot a wide shot and still get great audio like you would normally get when you're booming a microphone over the talent? Here we are in Premiere Pro, but before we talk about how to do this part here, let me tell you about the production part. So when you're shooting, what you want to do first of all is I shot the main clip here, and I do this first. I have all my lighting set up. I have my talent in the place. I have the boom mic boomed out, and in this case we're using our little Azden SMX15, which is a shotgun microphone that is normally meant to go on camera top, but we wanted to get it in nice and close, and we'll do a review on this one in the next couple of weeks. But go ahead and shoot that shot. Then immediately after that, you move the boomed microphone out of the frame and just capture about 30 seconds or however long you need to cover the original clip. And this way we can composite the two of them together. The frame without the microphone will go on top, and the frame with the microphone goes underneath. And let me show you what we do here. So once we've got our clips all set and imported into Premiere Pro, we're just going to show you in Premiere Pro here, CC 2015. It works the same in previous versions with the one minor difference I'll tell you about. And of course, it's very similar in Final Cut Pro 10 as well. So let's go ahead and drop this plate on top. And there we go. So we just line those two up. Now in this particular one, I don't need any of the audio, so I'm going to unlink this and get rid of the audio track for that. Good. Okay, now there's my plate with no microphone in it. And all we need to do is we need to mask out the part with me in it because we want the clip underneath to show, in that case, the part of me actually talking. And then on top, we want this part that does not have the microphone. So we just need to mask that out. And the way we do that in CC 2015 is we use this opacity effect, which is built into every clip. If you're using a prior version of Premiere Pro, you're going to want to use a garbage matte, which you can find down here in the effects, and it works very much the same way. This is actually a little bit more sophisticated here in 2015. You have a few more options, and let me show you what I mean here. So first of all, with the opacity effect, I open that up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this free draw Bezier, and I'm going to draw my own mask. And the first thing I'm going to do is kind of drop this down in size so I have a little more room to work with. So I'm just going to draw right around me, just like that, up there and all around here. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying for the top clip here, which is what we're drawing the mask on, I want to keep this part, and then I want to show everything underneath it over on this part. So we're getting the clip underneath here, which was the one where I actually recorded the dialogue, and on top we have this one. So there we go. Let me just take a look and see what it looks like. Oh, we have a problem, you'll say. Yes, we do have a problem. And that's something we can fix, not to worry. But I want to run through this and just make sure that as I move my arms and hands, nothing is getting cut off by that mat that we just drew. And indeed, everything is looking pretty good. The microphone has disappeared, so we're good there. Now, let me just talk about my mistake here. And this is a lesson learned by me, and hopefully one that you won't have to make the same mistake on. What I did here is I actually shot the main clip with me talking. I then stood up, removed the microphone, and then turned the camera back on and captured about 30 seconds. The problem with doing that was that when I moved out of the frame, this key light bled onto the background and the lighting changed on the background. So, lesson learned there is that I needed to actually stay in place after removing the microphone for the plate here, the one without the microphone in it. And when I did that, the lighting on the background didn't change as much, but the problem is that I had actually turned all the lights off in between there. I had gone back into my little edit bay, came back out when I realized, oh, I actually have to sit in place. So I turned the lights back on, but I didn't let them warm up entirely. So that's why this one is looking a little darker. Not to worry, we can fix that if we come over here to Effects. Under Color Correction, we'll just drop a brightness and contrast on this clip. And I could just pull that brightness up a little bit until I get it to match pretty closely. It's not perfect, but pretty good. Now you can still see there's a little bit of a line there. In fact, let me just blow it up here to fit so you can see better. You can still see the matte here a little bit, but what we can also do is come back up to the mask and increase the feather. So if I just pull that feather up here, it blends it pretty nicely. And that's going to work pretty well for us. So there is a quick tutorial on how to boom your microphone in nice and close and yet on a wide shot and yet not have it actually show in the final shot. So I hope that was helpful for you. Go ahead and leave any questions you have down below. If you have not already subscribed, make sure you do that, and we'll be sure to get you more great videos on how to improve your lighting and sound for video. Talk to you soon.